What's up, internet? This is Rod here from TechGuysSmartBuy.com, and we're here with the LG G Watch. We're gonna dive into this and as well as Android Wear to see what it's all about and is it the future of smartwatches. So to start things off, let's talk about the actual watch instead of going into Android Wear. So starting with the watch, it's actually, the G Watch is actually a lot better looking in person. The actual press and promo shots made it look like this big ugly block. It's not as big. It's actually a little slimmer than it actually appears to be. It's still, on the design wise, it's still a little basic. But I mean, at the end of the day, it's just a vessel for Android Wear. So of course, if it looks better, it'll be great. But I mean, at the end of the day, it's a launch thing, so it's actually not that bad. So you got the plastic, super rubber plastic band. It's actually water resistant, so and dust proof, so it can take a bit of a beating. You can shower with it, wash dishes, etc., etc. If you don't like the bands, of course, they're the standard 22 millimeters, so you can, if you have the proper tools, pop them out, put on a nice a more nicer band on it if you're going out and dressing up, suit dress or whatever, so you can make that work for you. The interesting thing about it is that there's actually no buttons on this. So to even power it on, you either have to throw it in a charging dock or hit the reset button on the back. So that might be that might throw a little people off, because the Gear Live actually has like a standby power button. So that's a little different. In regards to the display, LG put a 1.65 inch IPS LCD display with a 280 by 280 resolution and 240 ppi. So, while LG just blessed us with a 2K display, a quad HD or whatever display with the LG G3, and then go down this, you might read the specs and be like, oh, but it's for a watch it's perfect. You're gonna see the pixels, but you're not gaming on it. You're not doing anything crazy. It's just to display information. So despite the specs, the display is actually just right. Actually, there's talks that the Samsung one is actually a little bit better, but I think at the end of the day, the watch everybody's waiting for is the Moto 360 anyway. So there's that. But like I said, the display is pretty good. I mean, it shows the screens, colors and all that pretty well. I mean, like I said, you can see the pixels, but it's a watch. It's not meant to be viewed and do all this other things. So it's just sort of quick glance of information instead of looking at your smartphone for stuff. The G Watch has a 400 milliamp battery inside, so you might wonder how well the battery holds up. So it's not the Pebble where it lasts you several days on a single charge, but then again, it's not terrible where it's going to last you like 4 hours on a single charge. So heavy usage, I can get maybe 12 hours. Regular to normal usage, I could probably get just over 24 hours, but I would actually recommend you to just charge it on a nightly basis. So you got your smartphone in the charger, throw your G Watch right on the cradle and let it charge with it, so you can just go on about your business. So we gave it A minus. The G Watch is pretty good. It's $230. It's actually the more expensive of the two that's out between this and the Samsung Gear Fit Live or Gear Live. I forget. It's one of the variations of the gears, but so the gear is 200. This is 230, so it's a little bit more of a premium. And yeah, so it's not perfect. It's, it works well. It's no lags, no bugs. I mean, Android Wear will, unless they announce a change, Android Wear will be stock Android, so don't expect to see any skins or TouchWiz or scents in the form of Android Wear. You're not going to see it unless, like I said, unless they make a change or announcement or anything. So you're not going to see any performance issues there. So it works pretty well. But I think for most people, Android Wear is cool. They might want it, but I think they want a good looking design to go with it. So in other words, everyone is probably waiting for the Moto 360 to see what that's about. But beware, because they know you're waiting for it, it may be priced higher than this. So we don't know where that's coming. We anticipate it actually comes sometime next month, along with the revamp Moto X, X Plus One, or whatever they wind up calling it, and they'll probably package them both to both, side by side. Like, yo, get this new Moto X and get your 360 to go with it. Customize both of them, and that's a good deal. So if you don't want to wait, if you're early adopter and want to get on board, get G Watch, or if if you're into Samsung, get the Samsung one. Either way, you'll either way, which one you get, you'll definitely enjoy and get immersed within the Android Wear app, experience. So I've had it for a week now, and you might say, what the hell you learned in a week? I've been doing a lot with it a week. So yeah, so at the end of the day, that's it. I think it's cool. The potential of it is big. As always, don't forget to like, share, subscribe if you haven't. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. You can read the full review on the site, techguysmartbuy.com. And as always, thanks for watching.